I'm Robert Pearson, and this is Follow the Leader, where I sit down on my lunch break and we talk some Bible verses and allow them to inform what our godly masculinity looks like. So, we are in 1 Peter chapter 2, verses 13 to 17. Let's get into it. Submit yourselves for the Lord's sake to every human institution, whether to a king, as to one in authority, or to governors, as sent by him for the punishment of evildoers and the praise of those who do right. For such is the will of God, that by doing right you may silence the ignorance of foolish men. Act as free men, and do not use your freedom as a covering for evil, but use it as slaves of God. Honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear God, honor the king. I love this passage. I changed like 2 words. I'm reading out of the NASB, but there are a couple words that I think aren't rendered to, be as specific in modern vernacular or sound as awesome. So, just for the sake of full transparency, trying to find it again. Oh, so act as free men. Do not use your freedom as a covering for evil, but use it as bondslaves of God. That word bondslaves. Bondslave kind of softens the meaning in English. They really are slaves. American slavery was unique in that it was one of the first to say that you owned the children of the person who was your slave. But beyond that, as far as your rights over the person to almost do as you please, slave is a little more accurate than servant or bondservant. Doulos in the Greek is it covers a wide range, but the guy owned you. Your master owned you if you were a doulos. So it's just, felt that need to be a little stronger. Also, the NASB says, honor all people, love the brotherhood, fear God, honor the king. But the word there is the word for men used generally to refer to a large group of people. And I don't know, it just sounds cooler saying honor all men. Gives a little more impetus. Though obviously it's used to be inclusive. So, I don't know, it's weird. The whole gender inclusivity nonsense didn't seem to bother English speakers for like 200 years, and suddenly everybody's confused about, well, are you talking about only... Come on now, it's been obvious. So, what kind of feelings does this passage cause? Because for me, it sounds awesome. After you get through, oh, you gotta obey the government. Darn it. But beyond that, just act as free men. Honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear God, honor the king. There's so many verses in the Bible that you could just pull out and word for word take it, and suddenly it becomes like a knight's oath or a motto for a military unit or something. And it's so cool. Those passages don't get enough play. Passages like this don't get enough play in Bible study and sermons and stuff. Everybody wants love and the warm, fuzzy stuff. And man, honor. It's all over the Bible. So, there is... Oh, just as a quick digression. Submit yourselves for the Lord's sake to every human institution, whether to a king, as to one in authority, or to governors sent by him for the punishment of evildoers and the praise of those who do right. For such is the will of God, that by doing right you may silence the ignorance of foolish men. This has an obvious caveat to it, because clearly when the human institutions told Peter, this is in first letter of Peter, when Peter is told to stop proclaiming the gospel of Jesus and to stop healing people and stuff, he's like, nope, I'm gonna keep doing it. he rebels, and they arrest him and put him in jail. And he just keeps preaching and proclaiming the gospel. So there's an obvious then assumption that in as much as those human authorities are not directing you to directly countermand the scriptures, then yeah, you are subject to those authorities. Because as Jesus says, those who are in authority get their authority from God. So we have to respect and honor it. America is kind of it creates some more complication in understanding that, because we are able to change the people in charge and to exert positive change in our government, in our governmental system, which is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome that we can do that. So yes, we submit to the authorities, but also the authority that God has allowed to be placed over us in this context allows us to kind of exert a positive change and switch things up when we don't like them, which is pretty cool. So what's the big picture here? If you obey the laws and do what's right according to the world, in so much as is in accordance with Scripture, don't murder people, don't steal people's things, don't be a jerk, that kind of stuff. Basic common sense things. And then the nonsense stuff that you go, this law is dumb, well, follow it anyway, because that's the authority placed over you. It creates a credence for your gospel and for your preaching, for your life, that people aren't able to then question and go, oh, well, but what? I do what I'm told. You silence the ignorance of foolish men. I think a great example of this is current Vice President Mike Pence. I don't like introducing politics into this, but I think it's relevant in that if you look at all of the ways that he's been made fun of, they don't have anything on him. The only thing they have to make fun of him is go, oh, he's a Christian who believes what he reads in the Bible, and oh, isn't it weird that he refuses to have dinner alone with any woman that's not his wife? Yeah, that's how marriages work. I don't randomly go out to dinner with women that aren't my wife. And so it made... They stopped doing it very quickly, because all of the Tonight Show hosts look stupid going up there and go, oh, wow, isn't it terrible that Mike Pence is a good and decent person? Crickets, right? So that's as an example of what happens when you do what you're supposed to. You follow the rules. Don't make waves. That doesn't mean that you aren't allowed to have fun, but you're set free from sin and death, and you are now a slave to Jesus. You're a slave to God. So act as a free man. Act as free men. You have freedom to do whatever you want, but you have that freedom because God gave it to you. So you're set free from sin, but you're now a slave to Christ. I think Romans, Paul kind of elaborates on that a little more. And so as here, don't use your freedom as a covering for evil. As Paul says in Romans chapter 6, verse, I think it's the first one. Yeah, verse 1. Shall we continue to sin that grace may abound? God's grace expands to cover all of your sins forever. So now you can just do whatever you want, right? No, that's dumb. It's incumbent upon you to act your best, to do your very best, because of the great debt of gratitude you owe, or should feel that you owe Jesus. You do owe him, but you should acknowledge it and live like that. So don't break the law. Do not behave in a way that is unbecoming a man who is free from sin. Why would you run back to the sin that you're freed from? That would be dumb. So don't be dumb. Obviously, accidents happen. Some habits are harder to break than others, but the whole point is you should be trying. You shouldn't live there and go, oh, well, I struggle. You should be winning, though. You should struggle intelligently and make progress, right? So, how would you summarize this? I love verse 16 as a summary. Act as free men. Do not use your freedom as a covering for evil, but use it as servants of God, slaves, bondslaves of God. Awesome. So, as always, I like to pick out stuff that, maybe pick out some things that you're doing already, and you go, all right, I kind of got that on lockdown. And then think of some other ways where you might not be doing as well, and just kind of make progress in both of those directions. So, like for me, I try to obey the speed limit because those are laws set over me by the government. And yeah, I get pulled over from time to time. And you just, hey, look, you got me. I wasn't supposed to, and you caught me. All right. But I always try to stay within the speed limit. And then, I'm late or I catch myself. But getting back to that, it's a struggle. You should be winning. I drive a lot better now than I did previously, and I expect I'll drive a lot better when I get older, before senility hits. So, but I mean, other than that, I think I'm doing pretty alright as far as, don't do drugs, don't rob liquor stores, that kind of stuff. Obey human institutions set over you. Even if it's something as dumb as, don't put your trash can on the curb before 6 o'clock. That's an authority put over you by the municipality. Just don't do it. Set a timer on your phone or something. Follow little things. And I'll leave on this note. Honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear God, honor the king. Or president in this case. Our case. America. So, that's what I got. Go ahead and answer at least one question down below. And, I don't know, come up with one question of your own that I'll answer. And I will see you next time. Godspeed.